What is peace anyways?
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We've created for you access to over 503 episodes of Life's Inside Track, where we share techniques, thoughts, and tools so that we can all develop our life relationships, our peace, our tranquility, and even our harmony.
Cool.
I know, right?
So Suzanne, who's with us, what is peace to you?
That's a big question when you think about it. I think there's peace in terms of we have peace in the country, so law and order. I think there's internal peace. I know for me that's the most important, when I feel calm and still and tranquil on the inside. And I think there's peace between relationships, between people, when there's ease and flow in how you be with each other. So peace can be all these different things.
So it's kind of like you're at peace with yourself. Your inner body reflects your outer, or vice versa.
Yeah.
It's like you're not in conflict.
Yes. I think peace is something that I can only give myself.
Now, there's again another time you want to get your pen out if you're not driving.
So
and
peace is
jot
something
down.
that
Yeah.
you can only give yourself.
So in other words, Yetta or Ken, being with Yetta and Ken, I can't say, well, I want peace and I look to you to have it. I think it's me doing my inner work to create a state of peace, a way of being that's peaceful within me. I can't get it from being with someone else, I don't think.
Except maybe Jesus. Because Jesus said, my peace I leave with you. Although you can still lose that peace if you don't stay connected.
Yeah, and I think that is actually the inner work. So the inner work is my connection and my relationship with Jesus, a higher power that grounds and centers me. So for me, peace and faith kind of go together.
Okay, so can you be at peace when, say, the world is falling apart around you, or you're, maybe something's going wrong with your health or someone in your family's health, or, financial
business things are
situations
going awry?
happening, or the world impact, the market impact to the business you started? It might be expanding it to the point where you're stressed to try and meet people's demands or expectations. Or it might be the reverse, where the market shifts have caused your business to fail. Can you keep peace in those times?
You can. However, it is conscious. It's a effort. So for me, it is my learning of peace is to learn to surrender to what I cannot control. So what I cannot control, I hand over to God. I put it in God's hands. And what it allows for is that I can work on what I can do in I would say in the natural here on earth. And the things that I can't control, I surrender it. And I have faith that what is meant to be will be. What is for me will occur.
So,
what I'm supposed to learn will happen.
Well, the thought that comes to my mind as you're saying that is peace isn't something we can fabricate. Like, we can't really make it except by choosing to surrender. Peace comes upon us.
That's okay. That was worth writing down.
Nice. I like that. Because for me, before accepting Christ in my life, I was very angry. I didn't even know I was angry.
I did.
Well, you knew because you took the brunt of most of it. But there was stress in my life. There was anger in my life. And anger was really the only emotion that I had ease in expressing.
Yeah.
And what happened was there became a peace in my life. And there was a time where my mother passed away. And I had been a believer for, I don't know how long, maybe
18 months.
18 months. I was going to say a year and a half. And I had such a peace, and I know that people were praying for me and my family, and the pastor came down to support or gave me instructions on what to say even before my mother passed away, and I had such a peace that I actually felt guilty because I thought, why do I have such an inner peace when I should be feeling all the emotions of grief and anger and frustration? My mother died fairly young at age 64. Which was too young.
I think it is, I know for me, that peace comes when, one is, I accept what I cannot control. And two is that I allow for emotion to move through me. And so it is almost like, I think when I'm not at peace, it's because I'm trying to control the situation. I'm trying to control my emotions. I'm trying to control the outcome.
And
that
to
is,
control the other person.
and that is the most frustrating and anger creating situation.
Right.
Because we can't control that which we can't control.
Right.
However, when I give up my need to control what's outside of me, and I accept what I cannot control, it's almost like that that's in me dissipates. And I have this place of peace. And I think I accept what is. And I hear you saying, when my mother was passing, I came to this place where I accepted what is. But I think society teaches us that to accept what is to not fight, is to be weak. Like when I talk about sitting in acceptance, people think it's like giving up.
It's not giving
It's
up.
not.
There's still a lot of effort that takes place within. Like the word that kept coming to my mind as we were chatting was effort. There is still an effort involved in allowing ourselves to surrender to what is and still do the thing and put the effort in where we can.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought of the two-sided coin because you talked about not working at things that you can't control. The other side of that coin is doing what you can control.
Absolutely.
And, like now I sleep really well at night because I know pretty much, sometimes I will say I take too much time off. But I know that I've done my list the night before. I thought of what am I going to accomplish tomorrow.
That lines with your purpose.
Yes, and I get up and I've got people to serve, things to do, a couple things on my task list, and some space to support those that come into my life on the spur of the moment during the day.
Yeah.
And you missed a really important piece in your list of what you do.
Okay.
Because every morning I know that what the three of us do, and we've done it together many times, which has brought so much joy and peace and calm to us, is we start the day in surrender.
Absolutely.
We start the day in prayer. We start the day in peace and praise and acknowledgement of how God leads us and directs us.
And I think what you're speaking to is that peace is a habit. It is, peace is a habit. Like anything I require to, or I have a desire to master, it at first is a habit.
It is a habit.
You know what Francis of Assisi said? Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Some people say to me, oh, let's go fight, let's do this. And I go, no, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Ooh, well said.
Thank you for joining us, and we're grateful to be your partners on the journey.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward